What up, everybody? It's your boy Salty Redcorn, and I'm back with an interesting type of video today. I've been inspired by some of you guys making videos of you using your knives, and I am going to do the same. So there was a knife that I talked about at one point that I praised. I was like, oh, this knife is the best. Artisan cutlery, tradition, and bronze, and D2 from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. This is a big boy, big heavy boy. I've said that before. And so I have a tree stump, a small tree that needs to come down. And so I picked this tree and I've nominated this tree stump to be a testing dummy for my knives. All right, so let's try this out. We're just going to do some chopping. This is a pocket knife, but I've advertised this knife to you as a very hard use knife. So let's do it. Let's get to it. Let's just do some straight up. Let's get all the small stuff off. I'm going to do my best to film. I haven't really filmed anything like this before, so I apologize if the filming is a little shaky, you know? So let's work this. All right. See, I'm really cutting into this pretty good. This is D2. Let's check out the edge up close. I don't have any chips or rolling or anything so far. So like I said before, Artisan Cutlery does some really, really good D2 in my opinion. So let's try some other stuff. Let's choke up on it and do some shaving. Let's shave this stuff and see what happens. This is a really hard wood, to be honest. Not exactly sure what it's left over from. But as you can see, as I'm trying to do all this with one hand, but this knife is a beast. Let's periodically take a look at the edge. No chipping or rolling yet. So I'm gonna keep shaving away at this. Again, I apologize. Oh well, broke that one, but that's good. The objective is to get this tree stump gone. Let's do some chopping. All right, so I'm running into some brittle spots here in the tree. The tree is very hard wood, but that also means it's brittle. So I just really want to just chop and see what happens. All right, so I'm doing pretty good here. What's good about this particular, check this out. What's good about this particular knife, it's got a big handle and it's heavy. This thing's bronze, so I think it's definitely over 10 ounces, if I recall. And the blade is about 4 inches. Let's keep looking at it there. I don't see any chips. Let's see, I think that's a piece of dirt. I'm going to wipe it off and we'll look again. I mean, I don't see any damage going on yet. All right, and I'm lashing into this wood really pretty good here, so I'm going to keep chopping away. What I was trying to say is that this handle shape, if you choke back on the handle, it's a really good chopper. You can kind of just roll it in the tips of your, in the webbing of your thumb and really chop. I'm also just giving you a demonstration, but so I'm really chopping at the joint here because I really want to get to some tough stuff. I'm really just honestly trying to see what kind of damage is going to happen to the edge of this D2 steel from Artisan from chopping away at wood. All right, I'm still not seeing any issues. Shaking the blade around, it's still locked up solid, so I don't have any back and forth or up and down play in the blade and the lockup after that. So let's keep going, see what we can do. I'm gonna do some just some kind of downward shaving, some simple stuff. This wood is super hard wood. Oh my gosh. I really would like to know what type of wood this is, because it is some hard stuff. Again, sorry about the camera angles, guys. I want to put this stuff out there anyways, and it's going to get better. Hopefully I can, get myself a tripod here at some point in time, or train one of the boys to be a cameraman. I'd like to kind of set this over here in this post and see if I can capture any of the action. That's Memphis. We got her, I don't know, a few months ago. Oh, she's crazy. She's crazy. She was locked up in a crate, but now she got 10 acres to run. There she goes. She's crazy. She's showing off. Whoa, girl. Whoa. All right. Back to the knife stuff. Okay. All right, so let's chop. Again, before you criticize my chopping skills, just realize that I am literally just wailing on this thing, trying to see how it's gonna hold up. This is extreme testing, right? I'm really getting it going now. I'm not sure if you guys can. I'll try and do my best. It's really hacking away. Oh, nice. All right, shaking the blade around. Absolutely zero play. Everything's still locked up nice and tight. Action still drop shut. Check out that action. Yep, no play at all on the blade. Nothing. Let's do some more. I'm gonna go right for the stalk of this bad boy right here. Right in the thick of it. See what kind of damage I can actually do to the tree and to the knife. Again, people, I love trees. This tree ain't coming back, and I'm just looking to do something somewhat creative, somewhat positive. All right, so if you guys are sleeping on this Artisan cutlery, this ain't the end of the video yet, but I would say it's getting harder and harder to sleep on CJRB or Artisan cutlery with this kind of chopping on a pocket knife. All right, let's take a look. So I'm not done. Still. No apparent edge rolling or chipping. Lockup still good. No jingly jangly. Really whacking it, guys. Buddy, whack it. Let's try and get a different angle right here, all right? All right, here we go. All right. it's really getting hard. I can hear it smacking. Notice I say weird stuff like while I'm in the middle of chopping. I'm like, oh, I'm just saying anything. Keep you folks entertained. Hope you guys will stay with me the whole time while I chop. I try and chop through this whole tree branch here with this pocket knife. Woo! I think I'm going to switch it up and go lefty. If that's even possible. It's not. I'm doing it right-handed. I'm just going to do it till my arm falls off. Is this the most efficient way to chop a tree branch? No. Is it a good way to show people how tough a knife really is? Yes. That's what I think. It's getting harder and harder to hold the camera while I'm doing this. I think next time I do something like this, or maybe not, but in the future, I'm going to get a tripod. Whew. All right, hold up. Hold up. Sorry, guys. All right. I'm not done chopping yet, but after a little wiggle test, right now I have the slightest amount of blade play side to side. Nothing in the lockup front to back. I can guarantee that this pivot screw is working itself loose because I've never put Loctite on it. I don't always Loctite my knives, but after the end of this test, if that is the case, if this pivot screw loosens up a little bit, I'm going to throw a little blue Loctite on it, tighten it down, and it's going to be good to go. But for now, let's keep chopping, yo. Let's see what's going on. How's this going to do? All right, here we go. See, I'm about like, I want to say I'm getting pretty close. So let's keep hacking and see how much longer it takes. I'm really making headway now. Trying to make my V cuts as best I can. Trying to clear out with some side cuts too. As I do this, every once in a while, I can revert to just the old bounce it in the webbing of my hand method to get some of the old wood cleared out and cleaned up so that when I really grip down for my big cuts, I can go ahead and start making these V cuts like this best I can, right? We are definitely getting close, boys. And girls. My channel's for everybody. For the most part. I'm just kidding. Alright. Memphis is over here. She's the inspector. She's got a stick of her own. She doesn't carry a knife. I don't think she needs one. Oh. Well, maybe you want one for Christmas? Is that what the... Alright, let's get back to chopping. Alright. Looks like I'm going to be getting through this bad boy real soon. with any luck. Alright, so before we get to the end, because that time will come, we are getting there. I want to look at the edge one more time. Swipe it off. Alright, let's focus in. Alright, I don't see any dents. I don't see any dings right now. Let's focus in and see. I'm looking at it how you're looking at it, straight through the camera, so I apologize for the focusing issues. There we go. Whatever, I'll use my eye. And I'll show you guys at the end. I don't see any dings or dents in this. Minor play, still the same amount of minor play. Guarantee you that pivot screw just loosened up a little bit, either from my hand rocking back and forth on it, or just, you know, the sheer force of what I'm doing. Because what I'm doing, I'm working this thing. Sure, you can tell, but if you can't, I'm running out of breath. I'm working it. All right, so let's get to the end of this. We are like toothpicking this thing, baby. Told you I was a hard use knife. Let's keep going. I think we're there. I think we're about there. Feel it. This thing don't want to go down. Ha 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 ha. Look at that. Slight nick on my knuckle at the very end. Blood, sweat, and I'm not crying because this Artisan cutlery D2 is doing just fine. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and pause this, go find a piece of paper, and see if we can come back with a quick cut test and see how it cuts after that. I would be surprised if it cut cleanly through paper, but let's go find out. All right, guys, so back out here. It's gonna be getting dark soon. I got a piece of black construction paper. I didn't tighten the torque screw up. I wanna show you guys. You're not even gonna be able to tell on camera. The blade play is so minimal, and I am going to go inside after this, tighten it up, and get back to you and let you know how that works. Alright, so let's do the cut. This is after all this chopping. Let's do it. Wow. That is impressive. For me. To me at least. I am very impressed with this. Alright guys. Construction paper. Artisan. Wow. That is very impressive to me. For not even a strap. Nothing. Nothing. That was some brutal chopping. How do I know it was brutal? Because my hand hurts. My hand hurts. starting to get a little bit of the tree gunk on there. Let's see if I can wipe it off and make a couple more clean cuts. There's no way that you can deny that that isn't decent edge retention. Right? This knife cost me $37. $37 from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I feel like I stole this knife. You don't mind a little bit of weight. It's absolutely beautiful. The bronze, the patina, I love it. I love this knife. It's got good ergos. The only thing that I would personally do is open up this choil a little bit for my fingers to actually get my finger in there. Right now it's kind of like a one knuckle deal. You know, whoever designed this knife had the big hand in mind, but I think that's the only, you know, the only slip up. And maybe it was intentional, maybe it's not intended to be a full choil, but I'm going to open this thing up a little bit so I can really crank down for some good push cuts and stuff like that. You know, I can't say enough about this thing. There's going to be a lot more testing where this came from with this knife, so stay tuned. If you like this kind of thing, smash the like button. If you want to see more content like this, let your boy Salty Red Corn know. Say, hey, Salty Red Corn, we want to see you chop all that corn down over there. Or Salty Red Corn, we want to see you change junk tires. I mean, I'll do whatever you guys want. I got an old washing machine back there I shoot. We could throw knives at it. We could do all types of stuff. And I'm down to do whatever. Good, clean fun. Let's do it. I love you guys. Salty Red Corn out.